All right, and we are live, people. Hey, this is Lonnie of Lonnie Life Lessons coming to you live with a bear chat. And my name is Lonnie of Lonnie Life Lessons. I'm a little nervous, Will, so I do apologize. And my co host is.
Will Burris is here live. Oh,
Ed, how you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing awesome, man. You?
I'm doing pretty cool, pretty cool. So I want to do some church announcements really quickly. Um, if you guys are in Miami, Florida this Saturday, June the 17th of 2017, there is a Heatism Miami 2017 Urban Bear Weekend lunch party that's going to be at Club Prime International. The address is 728 Northwest 79th Street. Doors open up at 11 p.m. and they close at 5 a.m. Oh my gosh, I miss Miami so bad because the clubs closes up here at what, 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I'm used to being up till the sun came up.
Exactly. And also, if you're in Atlanta this Sunday, June the 18th of 2017, Big Boy Pride event will be at Play and Slay
Mm.
Sundays at 75 Piedmont Avenue Northeast. And that event will be from 3 p.m. all the way until 8 p.m. So now that, one more announcement. I do apologize. Also, this will be a topic that will be talked about hopefully this Sunday with the M3 group, Male Media Mind group, about the new dating app that's out that is Black owned and operated. And it is going to be a great topic. So make sure you tune in to hear about that topic. And I think the creator is Robert Smith, if I'm correct, or better known as Link, or Links. I'm sorry. Getting into the topics of the evening, the first topic I have is creating and redefining boundaries in a friendship or relationship. How would you go about, Will, creating boundaries or redefining boundaries in a friendship?
um, I'm very upfront. I'm honest. I'm real. I don't
Hmm.
like to let a whole lot. Um, I don't want anything to be a question and stuff. So I enjoy um
Hmm.
having whoever it is know exactly what this is, what we are, all of that from the
Okay.
start and stuff. And you?
Creatives and also redefining boundaries. I recently had a conversation. Probably should have started out with this shit. I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and this friend, we never really had any boundaries before. Like everything was talked about. And they got into a relationship, and they felt as though I crossed some boundaries. And I'm just like, okay. So they told me what boundaries I crossed.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, wow, like I really never really thought about it.
Hmm.
And the way that the way that we talked about it at first, it kind of left a bitter. It didn't sit well with me because I didn't like the way the conversation went from the start. However,
Hmm.
after I sat down and thought about it, and I thought about how we sometimes, how sometimes we go into friendships and we don't create boundaries. It is what it is, and you can say certain things, you can make innuendos, and you can do certain things from the gate. But when you have a friendship now that's in a new space, and you have to create boundaries because they're in a relationship with don't particularly like the way that the friendship is going. So we had a conversation regarding boundaries, and that was really an interesting conversation that we had. And
Hmm.
so, with us having this conversation, I just never really thought about boundaries in a friendship. And this is just really something that was just really interesting to me. But the way that normally I go with creating boundaries with people is that I normally, when I first meet someone, I don't really talk about certain subjects. I don't really talk about sex. We don't do innuendos, nothing of that nature. However, with this friend of mine, it's just like we just talked about everything. We would crack jokes, tell little dirty jokes or whatever, and it was just interesting that I find myself with this friend that I was once so open and so close to. Now that we have boundaries, it was just something that was just really interesting to have to go through with this person. And
What and do you think that it came from the other partner?
I don't really. That's a good ass question, and I really can't answer that question because because I'm not, I wasn't in that conversation that they had. However, go ahead.
I feel like they were probably threatened of y'all's closeness and how y'all two interacted and what have you.
Hmm.
Um, and that's probably why they wanted to stop it before they would feel some kind of way.
Hmm.
So that's probably
But
why that happened.
but how would you go about having that conversation with a friend with trying to create boundaries with them?
Hmm, that's a good question because it's kind of hard because especially for like you who have y'all have been cool for so long.
Hmm.
Um, because y'all have a set um almost like a set way with how y'all handle stuff.
Hmm.
And so um it takes a lot of work. It seems as if he handled it pretty well. Where y'all two went and sat and talked and ultimately came to an agreement that certain stuff could not occur because he now has a partner. So it kind of so that's really ultimately how you want to handle it um because you don't want it to be like rude or crude or any of that kind of stuff.
But I don't mean to cut you off, but let's just say
It's fine.
that we didn't have like the conversation really didn't go, as I said in the beginning, it really didn't go that smoothly
It
because the
didn't. Okay.
way that it was presented. And it wasn't
Oh,
as
okay.
though
Okay.
that that down and had this conversation and
Hello, Lonnie. It looks like we lost Lonnie there. Hopefully we'll get him in shortly.
then I thought about, when we talked about boundaries, I thought about all the times that I've been in conversations with people that I just meet, and how some people feel that it's okay to say certain things and do certain things, um, which when you just meet someone, you don't really have, you shouldn't feel as free to be comfortable with people when you just meet them.
Hmm.
But anyway, I think I just messed up that whole topic.
Well, just FYI, you kind of went and dropped out for some time, so I didn't hear it all.
Mhm.
But if it didn't, it's all in the presentation.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Go ahead and keep talking, Will. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. it's all in the presentation. It's how you present um, any topic, any sort of issue that y'all two may have or may not have.
Hmm.
Um, he, if it didn't, if it wasn't
But
as smooth as it possibly could be, I don't know. That one's hard.
yeah. So I do apologize. I kind of dropped the ball with this topic. Because in my head I had this topic going a certain way, and unfortunately it just didn't go the way that I wanted it to go. So
Hmm.
that's the end for my topic. If anybody has any feedback that they want to leave, by all means, feel free to inbox me or Will, or leave a comment. Um, but I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to you, Will.
All right. So the topic that I have is something that's come up quite a few times, um, and it's the open relationship situation,
Hmm.
and how we handle it, or can you handle it? Is it something that you want for you, or what have you? So I posed the question to you is, and you don't have to answer it either, but have you ever been open to an open relationship?
Um, in the beginning, I wasn't really open to it, because I'm really selfish. And I remember my young
Mm,
self, I would actually, you know, to clear my mind and to make sure that I relationship, I would break up. When I would break up with somebody, I would go and then do my dirt. And then when, if we got back together, I would say that, well, we weren't together. So technically I didn't cheat. So as I've gotten older, I realized that that type of mentality, I think, just simply meant that I needed to be in an open relationship, and or a relationship that was maybe polyamorous, because
and
I do enjoy having a set, intimate partner.
hmm
So, but to answer your question, you said, have I thought about it?
yes, yes. Well, that was a portion of it. Yes.
So, but yeah, I've thought about it, and do I see myself going into one at this stage in my life? I don't know. Never say never. So,
Um, I have. I've been in one before. Um, it was good for us at that time.
what?
Um, I re- it we were always very open to, to each other, so there
Hmm.
wasn't ever an issue of hate or any of that kind of stuff. But
Hmm.
yeah, we did, and it was awesome. Ultimately,
I'm sorry. Was that a polyamorous relationship or an
it was
open
more.
relationship?
It was open, open. Yes.
Eh, Can I ask you some questions?
I will answer as much as I
God,
can.
I feel like I'm in
I'll say
hell.
that. Is it
Um,
that hot up in there?
oh my gosh, you have no idea. Give me 1 second. Um, Dude, you don't see this light is hot as shit.
I could tell.
All right. So when you were in this relationship, this open
Hmm.
relationship, were there
Hmm.
guidelines that you guys had? Was there something that you said that you can only do this with this person, and like what were the rules, I guess?
Honestly, I was young and probably a bit stupid, so there really weren't a whole lot of rules. Um, but we were open on if something happened. We
Okay.
we we were always disclosive and told each other what was happening and all that.
Okay. Um. mm, okay. Maybe I'm just selfish, but I have with someone that I'm in a relationship with. They cheat on me. If they cheat on me and um they're how can I word this?
Say it like you mean it.
So I'm trying to change my life over and
Okay.
be a more responsible adult, but I would have a problem with someone who cheats on me and and gets penetrated. Like I would have a serious problem with that. Was that ever a
That never
problem?
happened. That never happened. Let's say that, okay? Um there's a lot that I don't want to give away,
Oh, okay.
so I'm gonna leave that alone. But there were reasons behind why we had it open. There were
Okay.
a few times that we added somebody in. Yes, that did happen.
Okay.
But
And so you would say
yeah.
normally in those type of relationships that people have set rules where the person can do anything they want to, but they just can't be penetrated. Just in general.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. Um
Okay.
Now I do wish that we had more rules. Absolutely.
Hmm.
But as I said, I was young and stupid and all of that.
Okay. And so would you go back into that type of
Mhm.
relationship?
It depends on the person. It depends on the person, where I'm at, all of that. I don't know.
Hmm.
Thought of it again,
Okay.
actually.
All right. And so would you say that I'm sorry, I think I'm just taking over your
No,
topic.
no, no. You go on ahead and ask.
So instead of having an open relationship, would you have it as a polyamorous relationship, maybe?
That was a question that was brought to me about 3 or 4 years ago,
Hmm.
actually. And I considered it. I really did. The problem was that I didn't really care for the other person at all, and it would never have worked if I didn't really want to be around that other person.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been it's been asked, but I was like, no, I'm good.
That's just selfish, sir.
So, um,
But why does that seem like
it's
okay? Go ahead.
mhm. Well, the thing is that I was just not in a place where um I could who, who they were with was just not somebody I was attracted to. So how am I supposed to share it all with each of y'all if I'm not attracted? Like that is a problem, I think. Now, what was your other question?
That was it basically.
Which you were about to make a statement.
I'm just reading the comments. Hey Derek, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Johnny Hodges, hey, how are you doing? And that's all I can see right now.
Hmm.
Derek says here, but if his question was for the topic that I did earlier, um, but if your friend partner has all these issues, then isn't it partners' insecurities? Isn't that the partner's insecurities? Um,
Absolutely is. Hmm.
Derek,
It is.
is it really insecurities or
It
is that
is.
concern? Is issues and concerns the same thing or is it just a
The question
concern?
is what kind of friendship have y'all had? Continue to, yes, exactly. Sip on your wine. That is why. And I'll leave it at that. Move on to the next question. Oh Lord
We
have
had a
mercy.
very platonic friendship. Um,
Really?
uh,
Really?
don't do that. Yes, very. It was a platonic friendship. It's just
Okay.
that
All
it's
right, cool.
just with me. Um, the group of people that I've came in contact with, and I think one of the reasons for my, I'm sorry, we're gonna put a bookmark.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm sorry about that. My computer went out for a second.
Oh, okay.
Um, the issue that I had with certain people, the issues that I had was that I was so closed off from people. And once I experienced this nudist party, and once I started to embrace my body, and I started letting go of some of the doctrine that I was fed from childhood, I started like being free with people. I started hugging people more. I started um, being a lot more friendly with people, and so when I met some other friends that we would talk about sex. We would talk about um and we just had this freeness with one
Hmm.
another. And now that, we no longer I feel as though we no longer have that freeness because you're in a situation and we had that conversation where we're talking about boundaries now. And it's
Hmm.
just that I just it was just like, wow, like we're in a new space in our life or whatever. And I'm just like, well, what did I do? Did I say something inappropriately? Did I do something that was inappropriate or whatever? And so as we're having that conversation, um, I just really had to really examine my my I guess my examine the people around me and to really see if I'm overstepping my boundaries because sometimes people,
Lonnie, it's not you.
yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's not you. It's not you.
What you mean?
It's probably that they're threatened that they're hanging out with somebody who's cool, attractive, and they want and in a lot of ways, they
I
want
don't know
to
about that.
be you. Yes, I do. I think it
Uh,
happens a lot. Yes,
really?
yes,
Dude,
dude,
I am
yes,
not attractive at all,
yes,
but
you
if you say
are.
so,
I'm telling you,
I don't see it.
I
I don't
hear it
see the
quite
shit.
often. I hear it quite
I
often.
okay, well, thank you, and
And this
I,
ain't me trying to, because you know me, I
I'm
will
just
bring you
not
way
one.
down quick. You know me, I will bring you way down. But I'm being honest here. I
Okay,
am. I
so
think so.
okay, and that was one of the reasons about the topic boundaries was because of that conversation. But
Hmm.
I think that I kind of went all the way up into something else totally different. Um,
Okay.
and another question was about your topic. It was asked, what's the difference? I'm sorry, what difference does that matter if someone else fucks them?
That's for you.
You like, okay.
That's for you.
I have a complex. You know, I'm average. I'm average. And I don't want somebody else in my shit. I just don't. I just don't want nobody else in my shit. I have a serious like I don't like to share. I truly. If that's mine, only mine. And I'm in there stretching it out. I just don't. I don't even want you to have a toy that does that. I just don't. Because I got to compete with this toy. I'm just not that person. I just can't compete with something that's bigger than me. I just have an issue with that. I really truly do. I'm insecure. I guess I'm
Oh,
insecure. I'm insecure. I just have a problem
why are
with
you so insecure? Have you ever had a complaint?
um no, but I've had
All
somebody
right.
that
So then
almost killed me. Well, that's a different topic or whatever. Sometimes when you like,
we will
because I
circle
like big
back to
people.
that, okay? We'll
I like
circle
big
back to
people.
that.
Okay. But yeah, I've to my face, I never had a complaint to my face.
Okay. Okay.
Now, what they said behind my bike, I can't even talk right now. What they
Yeah.
said behind my back might be something totally different. You know how sometimes you be laying there just like, yes, yes, daddy, yes, yes. And you just sitting there like, oh my gosh, can this bitch hurry up?
Like,
And
hurry
and then
up.
as soon as they leave out the door, you just like, hey, yeah, can you come over? So to my face, nobody has never said that to me. Hey,
I am so sorry to be breaking in on y'all shit. I apologize. I'm normally not this rude. Answer my question. I appreciate it.
Okay.
First
Oh,
of all,
hey, Derek.
hi. I'm
hello.
sorry.
Hello.
No problem. You good?
Will forgive me. I am normally not this rude.
You good?
It's okay.
So, first of all, Lonnie, I'm sorry. What the fuck? You're a cute guy. You're really attractive. Fully accepted that. Don't give me all that. I'm just telling you what's happening. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Second of all, the human body don't work that way. I don't care how fucking average you are. You can let a motherfucker with a 15-inch dick fuck you. Eventually the ass will close back up. Trust me, I know.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, um, yes. The other shit, the people, and we need to establish boundaries and shit, that is a motherfucker's insecurities. I'm sorry they is insecure. Because at the end of the day, here's the thing. At the end of the day, not what you own, what has freely been given to you, what is actually yours, no motherfucker can take away from you. Nobody with a larger dick, nobody with a larger bank account, nobody with a bigger smile or a nicer car can take away something that someone has freely fucking given to you.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Oh,
And
Derek.
that ain't got nothing to do with looks, dick size, and nothing. Okay, I'm real sorry. I'm gonna go back to watching now because this was some rude shit I just did. But I needed to say that because you weren't reading fast enough.
But hold up,
Okay,
hold up, Derek.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
I've been intimate with someone that I was hitting the bottom, but I wasn't. Like, it was like, yeah, like it was just like, it was almost like dough, like really, like, dude, like I'm sitting up here breaking a sweat, and they just like, you know, I'm hitting something, but I don't know what the hell I'm hitting because it felt like a bone or something down there.
Ooh.
But
Okay.
Ooh.
like the open space is just like, come on, like I don't know. I just I don't want nobody else in my shit.
That had nobody else. That had nothing to do with them getting fucked by somebody else with a larger dick. They came with them being a hoe.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But you said that it closes up. That didn't close.
But it does. Let me rephrase.
It physically does. It closes
It does.
up over time.
Let me rephrase. It closes up over time. Now, if you're getting opened every day, I mean, if you're sitting on a traffic cone every fucking day, then you aren't giving it an opportunity to close up.
Okay, Derek.
I'm done. I'm done right now.
I see you, Derek. I see you.
I mean, for real.
Derek.
If you for real, you give fuck a day or two. You know, again, that's all I'm gonna say is, I know that from a 14-inch dick, you will close up eventually. It takes a day or two. What's what? I'm sorry, Will. What?
Okay.
And as far as the toys go, the toys help to like strengthen those muscles and shit. Again, if you're sitting on a traffic cone every day, then no, it's not gonna close up. But who the fuck wants to get fucked every day?
Okay. There are some out there now.
There are. I don't think Lonnie's going to be dealing with them.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, I know he liked to go to the movies and stuff. He liked to do other things other than just, hit it and quit it every night.
Exactly. Like, I like to get to know people.
On occasion.
Okay.
But all right.
I didn't need you to add the Pollyanna on the end. I like to get to know people. I like to get to know people too. And you can do that while fucking them. For example, you got to know that one boy who you needed to strap a board to your ass because you almost fell in.
Oh,
see, that was back in my heyday. That was back in my heyday. That was back in my early 20s.
Here's the thing. Sex does not preclude you from getting to know somebody. It means you get to know them differently.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But it still doesn't stop you from getting to know the person. It is what it is all about what you decide to do. Now again, I'm not saying you run out, you go out on a date and you fuck them on the first date. That is not what I'm saying. But I've run into people, I wait 6 months. Okay, I'm not waiting 6 months because you might be horrible in bed. And then I've wasted 6 months. I mean, again, you ain't got to give it up today. You ain't got to give it up tomorrow. But you get like when you start a new job, you get 90 days.
Okay.
90 days when they can come in and say, you know what, this shit is not working.
I'm done.
You need
Okay,
to pack your
I'm
shit
done.
and go.
I'm done.
But from what I've been told is that you make the person wait however many months or days or whatever, but you have somebody else on reserve where you have sex with this one person, but
then
interested in that person.
Then what you're looking for is a permanent piece. You're not actually looking for a partner.
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
I do. I
Mhm.
do.
I kinda
Because
disagree.
everybody that you meet is not partner material.
They
So
really aren't.
keeping someone, well, I'm dating somebody, but I'm keeping somebody else on reserve.
Mhm.
I mean, it's like, well, I'm buying this dress, but my ass might be too big to fit in it. So I've got another one on reserve.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly
It's
right.
not the same thing. You can date. My mother used to tell me, you were going to kiss a whole lot of frogs before you find a prince. And damn if she wasn't right. And let me tell you, I have kissed a whole lot of motherfucking frogs.
But
I
isn't that
have
just
even
because you was a
moved in.
thought?
No. I mean, I'm not, understand, I'm not trying to make myself to be poly purebred and no shit like that. I have fucked. I have sown my oats. But what I'm saying is, I have moved in with a few frogmen in my time, thinking that they were princes, but they still had scales.
Mm-hmm. It does happen all the time.
It does happen.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, I mean, keeping people in reserve, you keep gold in reserve. You don't keep dates in reserve. Not if you're looking for something. Not if you're looking for something serious. If you just
But
dating,
for something serious, like,
If
don't you
you're-
have to wait at least like maybe a month or two before you become intimate in that way? Or
you know what? You know what? I will say this: you wait until you're comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't put a date. You can't put a time limit on that.
You really can't. You cannot.
You know, this is why I tell people you need to just date people a minimum of 6 months before you start changing Facebook statuses and shit. Because people
Yeah.
like to send their representative out.
Yep.
You know, people like to send their representative out to date you, and you think you dating them, and you dating this representative that they have sent out. It's like that commercial, the commercial for, you know, depression, where the people are depressed in the grocery store, but they putting the mask up in front of their face.
Mm-hmm.
But you can only hold. I figure you can only hold that mask up for about 6 months before the real you starts bleeding through.
okay.
So you do it when you feel comfortable. You listen to your gut. You know, if you end the date and you get in your car, get on the subway or whatever mode of transportation, and you got all these motherfucking questions in your head after the date is over about, well, I mean, he's cute and all, and, you know, he got a bruise on his knee where his dick is constantly hitting it, but he was really rude to the waiter when we were at the restaurant, and that really bothered me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
When he did talk about pushing his mom out in front of traffic one day, I need to examine that. Because that's probably not the person you want to be with. That is the person you want to be with. But it's all about your gut, listening to your gut. So yeah. And not, you know, your loins, your actual gut.
Mm-hmm.
So you can wait a week, you can wait a month, you know.
Shoot, sometimes you don't at all because you're just like, no, I can't.
Right.
I
You
can't.
know. And accept that we are human beings. Sometimes you need to get laid.
And so
That
is
is
it safe
true.
to say that you guys say are saying that there's no cookie cut model to follow?
No.
You and I have
Nope.
you and I have talked about this before, that dating that you feel should be easy, and
It really isn't.
There's, oh my God.
Let's see, in my
It
head,
really
when I
isn't.
think about dating, I think about like going back when I was like in the religion, like studying to
God damn,
become a Jehovah's
light on
Witness,
me at all.
and
No, I want him to finish, Will. Let him
Okay.
finish this crazy talk
Okay.
before I
All
say
right.
no.
Thank you.
and then with dating, like you go out, you go to the movies, and you know you spend some quality time together, and it's like now as I start letting go of some of the things, it's just that when you hang out with somebody, you just like, for me, it's like I don't really want to fuck somebody on the first date. It's just like, okay, if we ain't fucking on the first date, it ain't gonna work.
Exactly.
And so that's what I'm
And
running
that's
into the
your-
problem,
that's
is
your
because
comfort, and that's your comfort level, and you should accept that's your comfort level. There's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. I'm not saying there's something wrong with it. I'm just saying there's something wrong with you.
Why is there something wrong with me?
Because you're supposed to wait to have sex. You're not supposed to have sex.
I'm not supposed to do
Yeah, but
anything.
you should be
other
waiting
than
7 months to have sex.
I am not
It
supposed
is
to
whatever
do anything.
you want it to be. That's
Right.
what it is. You have to let it. You cannot say, "Oh, this is how it is every single time." There's gonna be a time where you're with somebody and you're like, "Oh wait, shoot, I need to do this right now." Like it's gonna happen right then and there. You cannot set
You
a
know
specific
what?
time.
You know what wish fucks people up more than any other wish in the world?
What's that?
Derek, I wish you hadn't fucked me like that. No, I'm kidding.
I wish you haven't fucked me like that.
hate to see a couple and say, I wish I had a relationship like y'all's. No, you don't.
Mm-mm.
No, you don't.
Mm-mm.
You don't want a relationship like theirs because you don't know what that entails.
Okay.
You don't know what the rules are for that relationship.
You don't know what
they've
kind of
given
work.
up, what they sacrifice, what they work
Mhm.
that they put
Thank
in.
you.
You have no. All you're seeing is the end result.
Mm-hmm. Because there
of
was
the
work
fighting
put
and the
into that.
fucking and everything else. Yes, and the labor.
There was work.
What
there.
you want
Mhm.
is your own relationship, whatever that entails.
And then-
which is
and
why
then-
some people.
And then you
Go ahead.
choose the rules that you want for your relationship.
But is there a fundamental fundamental balance or fundamental rule for relationships? Like, because so many,
No, because
there
it's
has
whatever
got to
you
be
want it
some
to
type
be.
of
No, there
fundamental
isn't.
Saying that.
You're
principles.
making-
First of
Some
all, I need
plays.
you, hold on, Will.
Okay.
Hold on, Will. First
All right.
of all, I need you to remove the thought process that doing this is anything like when you were studying for Jehovah's Witness. Because anything that makes people knock on folks' doors early on Saturday morning is not a model you should follow.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Don't do it. Don't do
I'm
it.
just saying.
But no, but
That
like,
shit's rude. No, that shit's rude. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
okay, like, isn't like okay for your relationship that you're in? If it's
Yes.
okay if I ask you a question regarding that,
It's quite all right. And what I
Okay.
can answer, I will answer.
is there a fundamental principle that you guys have? Like, is there like let a man be a man and you be a woman type of thing, but it's two men in a relationship? But is it like a fundamental thing that people are not catching on to? That maybe that's why we're having all these problems within the.
No.
Maybe that's the reason why I'm single, because I don't know what this
I
fundamental
don't
thing
think
is.
I don't think we're having all
I changed it. I said me. I did say I don't want
Okay.
unity.
Okay. I think you are not having all these fundamental
I think my computer-
problems. I think you there? Can you hear me? Because I'm about to give some real good advice. So
And he is not here. Oh my goodness.
Right. So I'm gonna wait.
He is having issues.
But Will, I also while we're waiting, Will,
Mhm.
I want to say I applaud your decision on the polyamorous relationship, because you cannot go into that shit only digging one person.
Yep, you cannot do it. Cannot do
No,
it.
you cannot. Now that shit,
Because-
that wasn't gonna fly.
And
'Cause you
when it
looking
was
at one,
presented,
you looking at one like this, and you looking at the other one like this.
And I was looking at him like, yeah, nah, I can't do this.
Because at some
I
point
can't.
your body is gonna say, "Just don't touch me,"
Thank you.
and nobody
Thank you.
wants that.
Yeah, and that was what would have happened if I had said yes.
Yes. No. So I applaud you for that. Lonnie, you back yet?
Oh, he just dropped off the call.
Apparently not. He is completely gone. He'll be back.
Oh
in a
wait,
moment.
and
See?
he has joined the call again. Alani?
Give him a minute. He's got to punch in and all that. Say a voodoo curse. All that good stuff. I apologize for my lighting. I was not supposed to be here. Otherwise I'd be there. Hey, Lonnie, you back?
Hey guys, I'm back.
What's up?
Because I did wait. I saw that you went off, so I did not give the advice. So I'm giving it now.
Okay.
Here is the thing. Here's the fundamental thing. You know what? I'm gonna put this in terms you can understand.
Ooh. All right.
Fundamentally, here's the common denominator between all the successful relationships. You have yet to find a motherfucker that you are willing to do that work with.
Woo! That was deep. But it was true.
When you find him, you will say he is worth me picking up that boulder. He is worth me fighting off these ninjas.
Mm-hmm.
He is worth me putting out this fire. He is worth me doing all of those things because he is worth it.
Whew, yes, God. And
So,
if you have it wonderful, you'll have that happen more than once.
yes. Yeah, that's right. Take a sip. Let me tell you something. I've been trying. My boyfriend's birthday is coming up, and we're heading to Napa to celebrate his 50th.
Okay.
He's got a whole party and everything planned, and so I, who have put on a little weight over the last year because my feet and shit wasn't working properly, I was like, okay, I'm gonna drop some poundage so I can, put my nice suit on and dress real and get real nice for the dinner, because I won't. Because when we show up at the birthday dinner, I want to be presented in my absolute best for him, because I know he likes men in suits, and I know he will appreciate that. And so that has been my focus for the past month or so. And losing weight ain't easy.
It ain't easy.
He had a death in the family last week, and he is now kind of eating his feelings, as one tends to do.
Yes.
As nice as I want to look in that suit, I am now being drugged down the food tunnel with him. But I'll worry about the weight later, because right now he needs my support, and I'm okay with
my
that.
condolences.
It is. Thank you. It is what it is. He has my support. He will always have my support, and I'll sacrifice that couple extra inches on my waist now and make up for it later when he don't need me sitting there eating pizza and ice cream with him, because he needs to feel better.
When it's right, it's right. Yep.
So you gain weight for love?
I will gain weight for love. I will lose weight for love.
You will, yes, you do. I put on 50 pounds.
Oh my gosh, it's just too much work.
See, and that's in that statement,
that's probably where your problem is. Yep, that is where your issue is. Is that you don't want to put in.
When you find him, it will not be too much work. Wait, I got it. I know how to get this. I know how to get to say this to Lonnie to get him to completely understand. He's in this place now because of what he's dealing with, where he has asked me to put the kibosh on my smart ass mouth until at least after the service. Now, Lonnie, you know how
that's
hard
gonna be difficult.
But it's not. I mean, it just means that I can't. It means that I got to take a breath before I speak.
All right.
But I'm gonna do it.
I guess I'm gonna be single for a minute.
And when you find him, go ahead, Will.
Another portion.
I'm sorry. How the fuck did we get on?
I think. Hold on.
Because you took the question from a universal. Because you took the question from a universal
what we ain't gonna do
to a you.
But also, it seems like you're trying for one that it be easy. So you want that instant gratification, and you're not gonna get that if you don't put in the work. You have to put in the work. It is being with somebody is not easy. When it's right, it really isn't easy. It is difficult as hell.
But you don't really, you do
I
notice
don't
it, but
did
you
it
don't
before.
notice.
Hmm?
Say that again, Lonnie. Did he freeze up again?
I think you did.
Oh, okay.
And there that goes again.
Here we go again. Here we
His internet is something else.
do the same thing. Here we go again.
I suggest that he comes over the next time we have this, because this is
Alright.
I
crazy.
agree.
Okay.
There you go.
All
Oh,
right.
you're back now.
What
All right.
I'm gonna do? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
All right. So, I'm going to say this is that I've been in relationships before. I do understand that that is a process, and that the process can be tedious.
Mhm.
And I know that. However, sometimes I just say it because it sounds good and I just want to be difficult and go against the grain. But I do know that relationships do take time, and it is work. So thank you guys so much for um, enlightening me with relationship topic, as well as Derek. Thank you so much. Derek is the guy he's the M3 Male Media Mind host on Sundays. And definitely if you tune in this Sunday from 1 p.m. Central Time and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is that correct?
That's it.
And also Derek of Chulo. So when is Papi Chulo airing?
PapiChuloRadio.com is an online radio station that has different shows. We have a couple of talk shows. One of them is High Tea with Carla Stillwell. I'm on that one. We also do a number of television review shows. We're currently doing Daytime Divas, Fear the Walking Dead, American Gods, whole bunch of stuff. If you check out PapiChuloRadio.com, you'll get to see all of it. And you went out a little bit, so I'm just going to plug the M3 this weekend, Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. We're going to be talking about Pride and Pride events. Ooh. And we're going to be discussing this whole flag situation.
Oh, goodness.
And we may have a special guest or two. And we're also going to have Robert Smith on, who has created an app for LGBT people of color and their admirers. And he's going to talk a little bit about that. So that's what's happening Sunday. So,
All right.
Cool.
And for you, Will?
I'm good. I don't have much else to talk about.
All right. So, guys, I definitely want to thank everyone, Will and Derek, for being here with me and being my co-pilots. And once again, guys, I sincerely do apologize for the rocky start with going into my topics. Next week, it will not be like this. It will be more professional and it will be more polished. So thank you guys for tuning in. And remember, if you don't love you, no one else will. And if you don't love you, you better wake up, because it's a beautiful feeling. Until next time, guys, look for us in the sunset.